And let's get to the next headliner topic on this edition of the Rock News Roundup podcast. And it's a little bit of an Oasis news roundup. There's been some movement in the band, nothing about the reunion or anything like that coming up later this year. They've been pretty quiet about that. But Oasis are actually among this year's Record Store Day exclusive releases. The entire list for the 2025 Record Store Day releases have been announced. They were announced that last week. I am going to do a more detailed video on the channel where I talk about all the releases that I'm excited about, kind of the notable releases for me. I'll be doing that at a future date. I did make a video about that last year, but I wanted to mention at least a couple of these things on the podcast, and that is Oasis are releasing a 15th anniversary LP edition of their singles collection, Time Flies, which came out in 2009. It's a deluxe edition 4 LP set on colored vinyl. Each set is going to be numbered. It collects all 26 of the band's singles from Supersonic all the way through to Falling Down. And was it on this or was it on Stop the Clocks? People can let me know in the comments whether Sunday Morning Call was left off of this release or was released only as a bonus track. I can't really remember, but I was looking at this. It's actually really cool. If you look at it on the Oasis website, you can see a good look at the set. Very, very pretty looking set. The colored vinyl is always really cool. It is a deluxe set, so obviously you can tell there was a lot of care put into the general aesthetic and the sound. I think it's going to be remastered as well. So it does collect all 26 of the band's singles. Personally, I don't think I'm going to be picking this up because I don't think I actually own this one on vinyl, which I probably should be considering. I'm trying. Most of my Oasis collections on CD. Getting a lot of stuff on vinyl over the years has been a little bit difficult, especially when you have like these big, compilation albums that are a lot more expensive. And the thing is, I won't be picking this up because it'll be beyond expensive. This thing is going to be at least $100 plus. I'll probably put it closer to the $200 range for those who are going to go line up for Record Store Day to pick this thing up. But I just don't really think it's really worth it for me to line up for this kind of thing. I do have Time Flies on CD. If it was one of those things that if they had it left over on Record Store Day after the day of, if I went there on the Sunday or the Monday and they had it and I had a couple extra $100 lying around, which I never do, that would be cool. Maybe I'd pick that up. But it is cool that they're taking part in Record Store Day. The last couple of Record Store Days I went and got, last year, Noel Gallagher's Magic Secrets #2 came out for Record Store Day last year. So I went and make sure to pick that one up. But there's really nothing here for me to want to line up for on Record Store Day. But if you want something that you don't have to line up for on Record Store Day and you can pre-order online like all of us normal people do most of the time, Oasis is releasing a 25th anniversary edition of Standing on the Shoulder of Giants, which came out in February of 2000. It's going to be coming out on blue and purple marble as well as silver LP, and you can actually get it bundled with a t-shirt that has some artwork based on the Go Let It Out artwork, which also came out in 2000. I'll pop that up on the screen if you want to take a look at that. And I was thinking, you know what, I already have a copy of Standing on the Shoulder of Giants on vinyl. Like, hold on, let me grab it right here. So I already got my copy of Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. It's not a great package. It's a pretty standard, LP package. I'm sure this is the one that most people have. It's a beautiful looking vinyl too. I never get tired of that artwork. Absolutely fantastic. But I have my copy of Standing on the Shoulder of Giants on vinyl, which is cool. Which means I won't probably pre-order this thing when I've seen it on the Oasis website. I probably will not pre-order this thing. But here's the thing. If I was in a record store and I saw this thing on the shelf, I would definitely pick it up. If I saw this 25th anniversary edition, I would definitely pick it up because like the last time this happened back in 2022 when Oasis released the 25th anniversary edition of Be Here Now in 2022, I saw the anniversary edition pop up for pre-order on their website and I didn't jump on it. I'm like, you know what? I already have Be Here Now on vinyl. I don't need another copy of Be Here Now. But then not too long after that, I was in a record store here in Ontario and I saw it on the shelf and what did I do? I bought that sucker. So that's probably what would happen if I saw this other version of Standing on the Shoulder of Giants on the shelf in the record store. I won't pre-order it on the website, but if I see it on the shelf, you know what? Why not? Grab another edition of Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. And maybe it would actually be, again, I love the artwork on this record, but I find at least this copy of it that I own, I don't really know what particular pressing it is. I just find this particular version to be a little bit cheap, a little bit flimsy for such a cool looking record. It's still enjoyable, and I love the glossy look of the LP. But, maybe can always use another version of Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. And also, while we're on the subject of that album and the singles released from that album, the band also released, or are going to be releasing a 25th, well, they just released it, a 25th anniversary 4K lyric video for Go Let It Out, which just celebrated its 25th anniversary on February the 7th, and actually posted a picture of the single on Instagram and on my YouTube community tab, because I mentioned that when Go Let It Out came out in 2000, like if you're an Oasis fan going back to, the beginning, the 90s, if you were an Oasis fan from the 90s, which I was, in the year 2000, that was like after an extreme Oasis drought. The last new music that we got from Oasis in 2000 before that was in January of 1998, when the band released the All Around the World single that had the Street Fighting Man cover, the Rolling Stones cover, but it had flashbacks in the fame. That was the last new music that we had for Oasis. And at the time I was like 15, 16 years old, and that felt like an eternity. The long wait between that All Around the World single and the Go Let It Out single that came out in February of 2000. That was just, it felt like an eternity, that wait between it. So when Go Let It Out came out in 2000, it was like the end of this long wait for new Oasis music. I was so excited. I heard the song and I actually tried to figure out the chords and go play it for my guitar class the next morning. Our teacher would let us get up and sing songs and whatever we wanted to play. And I said, this is the new Oasis song. It's called Go Let It Out. It's amazing. I probably butchered it for the class and probably made them think that this new Oasis song was absolute crap. But I was just that excited about it as an Oasis fan. And to me, Go Let It Out is still one of the best Oasis singles by far. There are so many great things I love about that track. I love the bass. I love the drum loop. Liam Gallagher plays an acoustic guitar in the music video, and Noel plays the bass, which I thought was really cool. The first video to feature Gem Archer before Andy Bell joined the band. Just remember being so excited about the release of Go Let It Out back in 2000, and it still is. The way the song kind of crescendos and builds over each part until by the very end, you got the whistles blowing, you got Noel Gallagher playing an awesome solo. It really is one of the best Oasis singles, and I think it's kind of underrated. Really hoping that Go Let It Out will be in the set list for the reunion shows later this year, but we do not know. And for now, you can check out this 25th anniversary lyric video, this 4K lyric video. It's very psychedelic. It's very Beatlesy. It's nothing really that crazy. I still prefer the original Go Let It Out video, but it is cool as a way to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Go Let It Out. And then you can pick up the bundle with the t-shirt, and you can get the 25th anniversary LP edition of Standing on the Shoulder of Giants and really celebrate this great Oasis album. I still think it's a great album 25 years later. But let me know in the comments below, what are your memories of Go Let It Out? What are your memories of the release of Standing on the Shoulder of Giants? Are you going to be picking up this 25th anniversary LP edition of Standing on the Shoulder of Giants? Let me know in the comments below.